press your luck when it's time to freeze on Cut Shark. And here's the host of Cut Shark, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Jack. I thank you very much. I thank you. And welcome to Cut Shark. Nice to have you here. Nice to have you here at home. Thank you. Hope you're having a pleasant day. Thank you, Gene. And for the opening poem, we are grateful to Arthur Branch of Cedar Grove, New Jersey, who sent it in, watching on WNBC TV, Channel 4. Thank you, Arthur. Now let's open up the board and get to the cards. Go ahead. Janice and Lois will load them in, and we'll meet our card sharks. Debbie Sullivan, our champion. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
And again, a little reminder about you.
Okay, my name is Debbie Sullivan. I'm from Hammett. I'm married, and I had 3 beautiful children.
Now, they said you really shouldn't go saying things like hello to people all over the place and all, but you are such a fine champion. Did you want to say hello to somebody at home?
Yeah, I wanted to say hello to my mother and father-in-law in Burton, Kansas.
Okay.
Hi.
All right.
And all the other relatives that live there, too.
Right. See,
Hi.
Debbie's been here for a while because Debbie has won $14,900 in cash. She's entitled to say hello to a relative. Our challenger, Richard Hilton. Hi, Richard.
Good to see you again.
Again, good to see you, and again, a reminder about you.
Oh, I'm from Montclair, California, originally from Starkville, Mississippi, and Rhino, Virginia. I used to teach vocational agriculture. I have to say, this is better than milking cows.
Right. Now, do you still have a farm yourself?
No, my parents do.
Oh, so do you get down to milk the cows occasionally?
No, they don't have milk cows. They have beef cows, but our neighbors have dairy cows, so
you
there's a lot of cows
keep
around.
in shape occasionally,
yeah,
there, right?
every now and then.
Nice.
Used to have an old Guernsey.
Oh,
but, you know.
Yes, I used to have one of those too. It's a
Yeah.
little wagon, and I remember on the back. Richard, nice to have you here with us. You both got the cards?
Yes.
Let's pick up where we left off. We play the best 2 out of 3, and as we left off, it's time to roll tape. Okay, that's good. Game 1 went to Richard, the challenger. I'm sorry about that. It's a terrible joke, but here we go. Roll. I still can't get that thing off there. Okay. All right, game 1 went to Richard. We have dealt out same 2 decks of cards with the next cards off the top of the deck. Debbie, you need this one, and we start with a question to you.
Okay.
Debbie, we asked 100 single women, are you more beautiful when you're in love? How many single women said they are more beautiful when they're in love?
Yeah, I agree with that, because when you're in love, you are on top of the world, and there's no bummer days. So that's going to be a high number. I'm going to say about 63.
63 out of 100, Richard. Higher or lower?
The radiance just glows from them. It's higher than that.
Higher than that? If it's higher, you'll play your cards. If not, it'll be Debbie with hers. Hit the answer right on the head, a $500 bonus. The actual number of single women who said they are more beautiful when they are in love is 70. It's higher. Got it? Yes. And Richard starts off game number 2 with a 10.
Change that card.
You win the question, you can change it.
Oh, let's go lower.
Lower than a 9. No, a queen is not lower. That gives Debbie a free chance to play a 9 as well.
Okay, higher.
She's got a feeling higher.
Oh.
Should have gone with the odds on that one. Janice fills in the spaces, and the question to Richard. Richard, we found 100 men who are paying alimony to their ex-wife. And we asked them, why are you laughing, Gene? When we asked them, does your ex-wife have a higher standard of living than you do? How many men paying alimony said their ex-wife does have a higher standard of living than they do?
I imagine it's going to be a lot of them. They're the ones that's handing over the cash. Hey, they're looking at their wife and they say, where is all this money going to? So I've got to say it's a high number, about 78.
78 out of 100, Debbie.
Okay, I agree with him, but I'm going to go just a little lower.
Little lower.
Little lower.
The actual number of men paying alimony who said their ex-wife has a higher standard of living than they do is 45. Debbie's right. It is lower. They were a lot more honest than you gave them credit for. Debbie, you got a 9.
Change that card.
Now she can try to improve it, and she does with a 6.
Okay, higher.
Higher than a 6.
All right, lower.
Lower than a queen. And
Okay, freeze. I'm going to
Now we
freeze.
move over to the freeze bar. Debbie needs 2 cards to tie up the match. We'll find out if she can do it right after we take time out for this.
Another crazy.
With game 1 going to the challenger, we're in the middle of game 2, and it's Debbie with the advantage, needing 2 cards. Richard needs 4. We pick up with question 3 to Debbie. Debbie, you've all seen those TV police shows where the super cops perform amazing feats and always catch the criminal. Well, we asked 100 policemen, do the super cops on television lead the public to expect too much from real-life policemen? How many policemen said TV cop shows do lead the public to expect too much from the police?
Well, I personally know a police officer, and he can't stand those police shows. And I think they do look at him and think, well, how come cops can't be that way? So, yeah, it's going to be about 54.
54 out of 100 real-life policemen feel that way, Richard.
I've got to believe it's higher than that. The shoot 'em up type, it's not like that. They're out there patrolling. It's got to be higher.
Higher. The actual number of policemen who said TV super cops do lead the public to expect too much from policemen is 84. You're right, Richard. Very much higher. And Richard, you've got a 9.
Change that card.
Now we can try to include that 9.
Oh, lower.
Lower than the ace, a 3.
Higher.
Than a 3, a 4.
Higher.
Risking it higher, an ace.
Lower.
We have a new champion if it's lower. Yeah. Richard turns over 5 straight cards and takes the title. Debbie, we have to say goodbye, but you have had a great stay. $14,900 in cash. Debbie, thank you so much. Say hello again to your nice husband, Tom. Debbie Sullivan. Thank you, Debbie. Richard Hilton, come on down here with me, sir. Congratulations. One seat of the fine champion. You've got $200 for winning that championship. Now, I must ask you, did you cut the money card?
Sure did.
All right, those cards that you cut are waiting for you. Let's get right to business. Let's turn around and play those money cards. Come on, Richard. Hop on up. Here we go. Well, Debbie did very well. Let's see if you can do as well or even better. $200 of new money. 3 cards to bet as you will on the bottom line. Up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money, 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half. Good luck, Richard.
Ready to go.
Remember, now you're on your own, so if you get a double you don't lose, we'll carry it over for you. Here's $200, and you can change your base card on each level if you need to. Thank you, Lois. We'll start Richard off. 200 and a jack.
I believe I'm going to keep that card and go $100 lower.
Likes the jack to the tune of $100 lower. Yes, with a 3.
Yes. $250 higher.
$250 higher than a 3. And another jack at $550.
$100 lower.
$100 lower than the jack. And right again. Very nicely done. $650. We move up the 4 and give you the other $200. You've got $850 already.
I'm going to keep that card and go $600 higher.
$600 higher than a 4. Oh, a big 8.
Yeah.
With
All of it lower.
This will double it if it is lower.
Yeah.
Another ace, but you don't lose on the double. It's still a great card.
Let's do the same thing. All of it lower. It's got to happen.
Let's double it lower.
Yes.
First bad card, but you don't have to play it when we move up to 7 with $2,900.
I don't like that card at all. Let's change that card.
Oh, it would be lovely to see another big ace. $2,900. A 2!
All of it higher.
So this will double it if this is higher than a 2. Yeah! $5,800. Oh, you got some goodies up there, Richard. Nicely done. Come on down. Good job. 5,800, 200 in the game. A nice round, $6,000 for one game of Card Shark. We'll be back with a new challenger after this.
Are you or someone...
Okay, Richard, 2 brand new decks of cards coming out, and a new challenger as well on Card Shark. Debbie Golding. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Jim.
Nice to have you here. Won't you tell us about you?
My name's Debbie Golding, and I live in Glendale with my husband Kirk and my pet hamster Sport, and I'm a newlywed. I've been married 1 month, 1 week, 5 days, and 6 hours.
Give or take a few minutes there, right?
I'm not really sure.
How is it going?
Great. I have a wonderful husband. He does dishes and everything. He's just wonderful.
He doesn't mind your pet hamster?
No, he likes him.
Oh, okay. Nice to have you here. You cut your cards, Deb?
Yes, I did.
Then good luck. Here we go. We start the best 2 out of 3. We start with a question to Richard.
Okay.
Richard, we asked 100 bachelors. Can you usually tell how far your date is going to let you go just by the way she kisses you goodnight? How many bachelors can tell how far their date will go just by the way she kisses?
I've got to say, that's a critical moment. Critical moment. I think a lot of gentlemen, you see, you date a lot of people, you get a lot of kisses. So I've got a feeling that out of the chances that they've had, they can probably pretty well predict. I've got to say that's 65.
65 out of 100 say they can tell from the kiss, Deb.
I think it's even higher than that.
Higher than that.
Yeah.
Figure signals go on without her.
Yeah, I think so.
The actual number of bachelors who can tell how far their date will go by the way she kisses them goodnight is 72. You're it is higher. And Debbie starts off this game with a 9.
Change that card, please.
Can she improve that? Yes, with a 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. No, 3 is not higher. Richard right away with a break and a free chance at a jack.
Okay, let's go lower.
And a jack. A 10.
Let's go lower.
Risking it lower. Oh, no. King is not lower. Back to the base card goes Richard as well. Janice fills in the spaces. Debbie? Now, this has been in the news lately, so we asked 100 business economists. Is the main cause of inflation excessive spending in Washington? How many economists say the main cause of inflation is excessive federal spending?
I think that economists say that. I think that that's going to be a high number. I'll say that's around 78.
78 out of 100 economists feel that way, Richard.
Well, they've got to blame it on somebody, but the United States economy is so diverse, they can blame it on another number of things. I got to say it's lower than
Lower
that.
than that. The actual number of economists who said the main cause of inflation is excessive federal spending is 66. Richard is right. However, 2 out of 3 felt that way, which I find
Let's
interesting.
change that
Richard?
card. Change that
He
card.
doesn't like the jack? Well, I guess he likes the 7 even less.
Let's go higher.
Higher than a 7, a jack.
Let's go lower.
Lower than the jack, an 8.
Freeze.
Turned out to be a good move, though, changing the jack. You would have had a double jack. Richard, we asked 100 married men. Romantically speaking, does it ever seem like no is your wife's favorite word? How many men said that sometimes it does seem like their wife is always saying no to the romantic overtures?
You know, the years just keep piling on and on and on. The
And the
weeks,
no's pile up and up and up.
Pile up. I've got to say that's a high number. They get no's 2 out of 3 times. So I got to say
Really?
it's 70.
Man did his own poll 2 out of 3 times. He says no.
I
Debbie?
think that's a lower number. I really do.
Yeah, so she says lower. Oh, Richard, it wasn't kind of you with the lady.
Tried.
The actual number of married men who said that romantically speaking, no is their wife's favorite word is 38. Very much lower. Debbie was right. Debbie, you got a 5.
Change that card, please.
And the 5 becomes, a 7 again, a bad change.
Higher.
Higher than a 7, a 9.
Freeze.
Now we move over to the freeze bar. Richard needs 2 cards. Debbie needs 3. Sudden death. Someone's going to have to win it on this play of the cards. Debbie, we found 100 third-grade children who have a younger brother, and we asked them, if you could, would you like to swap your little brother for another kid in the neighborhood? How many third graders said they would like to swap their little brother for another neighborhood kid?
I don't think so. I don't think many kids would say that. I have a little brother, and I wouldn't swap him for any little brother in the world, so I think that's a relatively low number. I'll say that number is about 42.
42 out of 100 would swap, though, Richard.
I've got to believe that those third graders are out there. Perhaps they want a little sister. I got to believe it's higher than that.
Higher than that.
Higher than that.
If they'd like to switch. The actual number of third graders who would like to swap their little brother for another kid in the neighborhood is 33. Not higher, it's lower. And Debbie, you've got control in sudden death. You need 3 cards. Richard needs 2. You can play it or pass it.
I'm going to pass it to him.
All right, Richard, you are starting
Let's
right
give
up
it
the
a
middle
good
with an
chance.
8. You've got to get them both.
Let's give it a good chance. Let's go higher.
Higher than an 8. No, a 4 is not. Debbie wins game 1. Debbie got control, and she took the first game of the match. We'll be right back, right after this.
A ruckus is exploding garbage cans, toilet paper, earmuffs, lots of cash, of course, an Elvis impersonator, and one amazing host. Ruckus, weeknights at 7:30 Eastern.
Give it to me! You're okay! Mom! 3 different kids, 3 different opinions about everything, except about what they eat. Chef Boyardee?
Kids love Chef Boyardee beef ravioli. It has the taste they crave, and it's real food that's
Peacock flying in the studio. I didn't know that Richard Dawson raised prize pigeons. And trained, too. My goodness. Hey, speaking of contestants, next couple of shows, remember, we've got the young people coming on over the Easter holidays. They are going to be terrific. Right now, we've got 2 good players, and game 1 went to the challenger. Same 2 decks of cards dealt out. We'll start game 2 with Richard. Richard, we asked 100 Playboy bunnies. Has a millionaire ever proposed marriage to you? How many Playboy bunnies said a millionaire has proposed marriage?
It takes a lot of money for the Playboy Cub, and they've got money coming out of their pockets. Why not? To give it a chance. Hey, there's nothing to lose, so I've got to say...
Or out of their rabbit tail.
Yeah, 75 of them said that they have.
75 out of 100 have been proposed to by a millionaire.
I don't think there are that many millionaires out there. I'm going to say it's lower.
Lower than that.
Yeah,
Of course, how many said they were millionaires, too?
that's true.
The actual number of Playboy bunnies who said a millionaire has proposed marriage is 27. You're right, Debbie. It is lower. And Debbie, watch at it. Maybe it's the same guy going around proposing. Debbie starts off with a jack.
Lower.
Playing it lower. Oh, no, another jack, and against an opponent, it must be lower. It's Richard with a free chance at a 9.
Oh, let's go lower.
Lower than a 9. No, that is not lower. Same as last time. Both players got off to a slow start. Debbie,
Yes.
question to you. We asked 100 Sunday school teachers, would you be in favor of a constitutional amendment that would once again permit prayers to be said in public schools? How many Sunday school teachers would favor a constitutional amendment permitting prayers in public schools?
I think that's a really high number because Sunday school teachers teach about that sort of thing, and they'd like that in the school. So I'll say it's about 72.
72 out of 100 feel that way, Richard.
Hey, they're confident. Hey, if they're Sunday school teachers, they've got to have firm convictions. They've got to believe in what they're talking about. I'm going to say it's higher.
Higher than that. And the actual number of Sunday school teachers who would favor an amendment permitting prayers in public schools is 90. Yes, indeed. Richard's got it. 9 out of every 10. And Richard also has a 9.
Let's change that card.
And the 9 becomes a queen.
Let's go lower.
Lower than the queen, a 7.
Let's go higher.
He wants to take a chance. No. He had a feeling, but that feeling was wrong. Debbie doesn't mind at all. A free chance with a jack.
Lower!
Lower than a jack. No. Back to the base card goes Debbie. We fill in the spaces in question 3. And we keep going like this. Someone's going to have a long way to go. Richard, we asked 100 housewives, have you ever told dinner guests you'd been cooking all day when you were really serving them leftovers? How many housewives admitted they've done that?
At least they've done it once in their life. It's hard to cook a meal all day long. They've got plenty of other things to do besides just fixing meals for the people at home. There's things that have got to be done. So I've got to say that that's probably around 60.
60 out of 100, Debbie.
If I have dinner guests over, I'm not going to feed them leftovers. I'll say that that number is lower.
Lower than that?
Yeah.
A lot of agreement from the audience. The actual number of housewives who've told dinner guests they'd been cooking all day when they were really serving leftovers is 7. That's all. Debbie is absolutely right. Yes, Debbie, you've still got a jack.
I'll keep that card and go lower.
She still likes the jack, and this time with good reason. Higher than a 2, an 8.
Freeze.
Now we move over the freeze bar, and that means Debbie needs 2 cards. Richard needs 4. Sudden death. Someone has to win this game on this play of the cards. Debbie, we found 100 people who used to be agents for the Internal Revenue Service. And we asked them, when you worked for the IRS, did people treat you a lot differently once they found out what you did for a living? How many former IRS agents said people did treat them differently once they found out what they did for a living?
I bet there are a few people out there that treated them differently, but I'd say that's about a medium number. I'll say around 40.
40 out of 100, Richard.
Under those circumstances, you really find out who your friends are. I've got a feeling that that's even higher.
Higher than that. I know I treated them differently. They didn't like my licking their boots too much, but I figured anything 40 and higher. The actual number of former IRS agents who said people treated them differently when they found out what they did for a living is 72.
Right.
It's higher. Richard, you've got control in sudden death, but you've got an interesting position. Good base card, a queen, but you need 4 cards. Debbie up the middle with an 8, but she needs only 2, and she's got the first game of the match. What are you going to do, play or
Hard
pass?
decision, but I'm going to pass it to Debbie.
Debbie, if with that middle card you can turn both these over, you are the new champion. One mistake, we've got a tie.
I'm going to say lower.
Is it lower than an 8? Yes, a 3.
Higher.
We have a new champion. If it's higher, we go. She doesn't believe it, but she did it. Richard, we have to say goodbye, but $6,000. Good job. Richard Houghton, thank you. And Debbie Golding, come on down here with me. What do you mean you don't believe it?
I never thought I'd even get off.
You know you squeal like kids. Debbie Golding, we'll be right back. Right after this.
Mr. Roper needs to compete. Mr. Howell needs to taunt. Come on. And some stars need to take a deep breath.
I'm gonna pass out, Richard.
The feuding in Hollywood just got a lot more interesting. So let the finger pointing begin as your favorite stars don their battle attire for Celebrity Family Feud. And it's Richard's job to make sure everyone plays nice. Watch Celebrity Family Feud weeknights at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific only on Game Show Network.